Hey guys, it's Allie, and we're gonna be watching. No, we're not gonna be watching anything. Hey guys, it's Allie, and we're gonna be talking about season 13 of Supernatural. What the fuck happened? We're gonna find out today. I'm basically making this video so people that are more casual watchers or just people that don't remember what happened can watch this video right before season 14 premieres, because God knows I forgot everything that happened. I was rewatching all the episodes. I was like, wait. So we're just gonna go through it all episode by episode. Probably gonna be a long video, but let's get through it so we all know we're all up to speed by the time season 14 is back. And before I begin, let me do a few warnings and just stuff you need to know before you watch me explain season 13. 1, I do not like Lucifer at all. Never have, never will. If that's your cup of tea, like you love Lucifer, probably not gonna be your favorite video on the internet. But you know, that's me. That's you. We can have different opinions, okay? Number 2, I love Dean Cass. I'm a Dean Cass bitch. I love Cass as well. So that's just, I also have a dog in this apartment, so. But yeah, if that's not your cup of tea, you don't like Dean Cass, you don't like the relationship, that's fine. We can have different opinions. The art of television and film and everything, you get to see what you want to see in it. You get to take away what you want to take away. This is just what I'm taking away from the season, okay? I'm not telling you this is how you should view season 13. Hey, you can be like,
season 13 was the best season of Supernatural.
I'm gonna be like, no, but if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I'm not gonna judge you, okay? But I want this to be mutual. I also don't want you judging me for how I see this season, okay? But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the video. What the fuck happened in season 13 of Supernatural? Let's find out. Okay, episode 1. We pick up where 1223 left off. Cass, Crowley, Rowena, and Kelly are all dead. Mary and Lucifer are in another universe, and Jack the Antichrist was born and is actually fully grown. Let's not talk about the anatomy of that birth. Jack gets scared into some Antichrist shit, and then he goes on his merry little way without any clothes. A lovely cop takes Jack into her station, clothes him, and her son shows Jack the amazing food that is nougat.
I like nougat.
Jack continues to be confused as fuck by the entire world. Dean broods behind a pirate restaurant about his lost love. Don't at me. Just facts. We find out that Jack sees Castiel as his father.
My father is Castiel.
Bitch, me too, the fuck? We also find out Jack can't be killed by an angel blade. Cool. Sam is very welcoming of Jack, but Dean...
He's still the devil's kid. He's still evil.
Not so much. Then they all stand around a fire and mourn the loss of how great the season could have been. Okay, next. Episode 2, first buckleming episode of the season. So early in the season. Okay, let's go. We are introduced to Asmodeus, aka Colonel Sanders.
I am Asmodeus.
No one cares. And what is his plot? Finding Jack and trying to use him for his power. That's honestly it. He just broods in hell. That's it. Okay. We also get to see how Mary and Lucifer are doing in the AU. Plot twist, it's not good. Donatello returns without a soul. Haha, sweet. Yep, darkness ate his soul. That happened. We meet Michael in the AU, who is apparently the ruler of that world since he killed his world's Lucifer. Yeah, it's a whole thing. We get more examples of buckleming's terrible writing, you know. Insert here how Dean tells Jack that he will kill him if he fucks up, right after he walked in on him literally cutting himself or stabbing himself. Okay, next episode. Episode 3. Jack sees the video that Kelly made for him and we all die crying. It's cute. It was a good time. Missouri returns, Jody too, and Missouri's dead. We get introduced to Patience, Missouri's granddaughter, and she has some cool psychic powers. By the end of the episode, she's recruited by Jody to become a wayward sister. Ooh, love new characters. Also at the end of the episode, we get a super emotional scene of Dean screaming about how Cass is dead. Yeah.
And what about Cass?
That's cool. Ooh, and then Jack comes through and brings Cass back to life in the empty. Okay. Next episode, episode 4. Jack is basically the personal assistant because Dean doesn't know how to feel about Jack since he connects Cass's death to Jack in his eyes. We are reminded once again that Misha is the best actor ever and deserves an Emmy. And then Sam and Dean finally see a therapist. Only took them 13 seasons. We find out that the NG is basically a teenager.
And I like
sleep. I need sleep.
Jack gets the closure he needs. We see more of what Jack is capable of with his powers, and holy shit. And then the episode ends with Cass annoying a powerful being so much that he forced him to bring him back to life. Yes, that happened on this show. Okay, next episode, episode 5. Sam, being the amazing little brother he is, tries to make Dean happier throughout the episode because he knows he's still bummed about Cass's death.
Strip club.
Because of that, Dean goes out and parties a little too hard. And then they go to a haunted medical center and shit goes down. And by shit going down, I mean Dean straight up kills himself. He does this so he can communicate with the ghosts that are trapped there, but the Reapers really want Dean's soul. So one shows up, then Billy shows up. Plot twist! After Cass killed Billy, apparently she became Death because she is the first Reaper to die after Dean killed Death back in season 10. Wild. And we find out that Dean is so depressed that he legit wants to die.
I don't matter.
Fuck. But Billy wants him to live.
But I say, keep living.
So she sends him back. Then Dean finally opens up to Sam.
You okay? No.
And then he says,
Just need a win.
we will revisit that quote in a second. And then Dean gets a little call and, who's that? My boy Cass. Next episode, episode 6, the cowboy episode. We call this one the Brokeback Mountain. Again, this is just me. You don't have to see anything into it. We pick up where we left off in episode 5. We get to see Cass again. We get all the reunion hugs that we deserve. It's amazing. Cass meets Jack for the first time and then they all become
Team Free Will 2.0. Here we go.
Then Dean's cowboy kink is on full display because of the case they're working on. And then Dean says that Cass is his win.
I said I needed a big win. We got Cass back.
Wow, I love setup and payoff. Cass and Dean even dress up as cowboys. Wow, I love fan service. It's amazing. After all the case shit goes down, Jack tries to help and, well, he tried his best. Then blah blah, the case is solved. They get back to the bunker and Jack is sad because he killed the cop and throws an Antichrist tantrum and leaves. Cool. Episode 7. We get to see Lucifer being tortured by A.U. Michael. Bitch. Finally. Cass has to leave to go ask some angels if they've seen Jack, you know. He's gotta leave since he's only been back with Sam and Dean for one episode, so we might as well send him off. Love Supernatural. And Kevin's back. Not really, it's AU Kevin, but it's fine. Kevin is working on a spell to open up the rift so Michael can go to our world, but Lucifer somehow gets free and jumps into it. Because it's a one-person spell or something, it closes right after, I don't know, it happens. But during the making of the spell, Michael took Lucifer's grace, so now he isn't powerful. Yeet. And speaking of dead characters that aren't dead anymore, here's Ketch. Ketch is trying to find Rowena, but Sam and Dean capture him first. And then Ketch tries to pull some shit saying he's actually a twin. He's not actually Ketch.
You have me confused with my brother.
Can you tell this is a Buck Lemming episode? We find out the angels are going extinct and they also want to find Jack so he can make more angels, even though they don't know that he has the power to do so. And if he doesn't want to make angels, they're planning on enslaving him. Yeah, and Cass ain't about that, so they fight. And Lucifer shows up and saves Cass, quote unquote. And then they have a little chat about how Lucifer isn't the father of Jack because Jack is cute and isn't a little evil piece of shit like Lucifer. Colonel Sanders shows up because he wants to find Jack, so he captures Lucifer and Cass. Only a matter of time before Cass was captured. Great. We find out the whole twin thing was BS and that really is Ketch. He made a deal or something with Rowena so when he died he could come back to life. I honestly don't care, but it happened. And then he fucking smokes out like a magician or some shit. Isn't Buck Lemming the best? Okay, episode 8. Some random crossroad demon calls up Dean and says he has something that he may want. It's a Nephilim tracking spell. He wants Sam and Dean to go with a Charlie wannabe and the rest of his heist team to a collector's house and get something that belongs to him. Nothing important to the plot happens, but half the spell instructions catch on fire and Sam doesn't know how to put out a fire. No wonder your girlfriend died in a fire.
Pelvic wound!
So now they're right back where they were at the beginning of the episode with no plan to find Jack. Okay, next episode. Episode 9, mid-season finale. Sweet. We finally get to see Jack after, you know, his little tantrum back in episode 6. He goes to meet up with a Dreamwalker so he can go to the AU. Dean calls up Patience to ask if she can find Jack. Then we meet Kaya, my child that deserves the entire world. She's a Dreamwalker and Jack shows up to find her. So do Sam and Dan because now they know what Jack is up to. We find out Jack can also open up a portal to a different world but needs a Dreamwalker's help. He didn't travel into the AU, but he did see into the AU. He saw Mary being tortured. Then some angels kidnap Kaya because they want Jack. Patient has a vision and leaves. Sam and Dean take Jack and Kaya to go to the AU and a gang of angels show up. It's a whole thing. So Jack and Kaya try and go to the Apocalypse world, but it kind of goes to shit. Kaya ends up staying on Earth, Jack ends up in the Apocalypse AU, and Sam and Dean end up in the bad place that Kaya knew about, which also has dinosaur-like creatures. Yeah, imagine having to wait a month for the next episode. Episode 10, Wayward Sisters. Oh, don't get me started on it not being picked up as an actual TV show, because I love it. We have Claire, blah blah blah, she's being a brooding teen like teens do, running away from a vision that Patience had about her dying. Yeah, that'll go well, Claire.
Watch me.
Alex is working in the hospital getting that coin. Kaya ended up in the hospital after the whole Apocalypse AU bad place thing that happened in the last episode happened. Yeah, she's in a hospital now. And Claire gets there to try and talk to her, but Kaya's like, I'm outie. Hey! Claire saves Kaya from the alien face huggers that are from the bad place that Kaya dreamwalks to. Claire and Kaya be cute and all, and it makes me want to die that we're not getting show. Okay, they get to meet Donna. Yes, bitch.
Hiya, ladies.
Then we go see what's happening in the bad place AU. Sam and Dean meet a hooded villain and get captured. Ooh, suspense. They all find the portal. Shit goes down with a flamethrower. It's all cool. Claire and Kaya go into the bad place to save Sam and Dean. Patient's vision comes true, but it wasn't Claire that was killed. It was Kaya. Cool. So Sam, Dean, and Claire make it back before the dinosaur / giant lizard thing eats them. I don't know. Then at the end, they try and set up Wayward Sisters. Seriously, why is this not being made? And Claire wants to avenge Kaya's death, but guess what? The one that killed Kaya is Bad Place AU Kaya. What the fuck? Episode 11. We get a monster filler episode, but this time we have Donna, so it's kind of chill. Honestly, this is a pretty forgettable episode. All you need to know is some weirdo broadcast live on the internet the people that he's kidnapped and he's torturing so that he can sell the body parts to other monsters that are watching. Sam gets captured, but he's obviously fine. Donna has a new boo. I forget his name. I think it's Doug. But it doesn't matter anyway because he leaves because he's not into the hunter lifestyle. Okay, next. Episode 12. We get a love spell episode that doesn't include Dean Cass for some stupid ass reason. Dean falls in love with one of the witches and the witch wants a book of spells, so Dean goes and gets it to bring it to her. We get to see Cass and Lucifer still locked up in hell jail and Cass goes off.
Jack would rather kill you than hug you.
Sam catches on to the spell and goes to find Dean. They fight, but Dean is so love-struck he will not stop fighting, and Rowena comes out of nowhere and helps stop it. Rowena comes to kick ass, take names, introduce Dean to 5th base, find out that her son is dead, and get the book of spells that the other witches stole. Whew, love a woman. Sam and Rowena have some heart-to-heart because they're both scared of Lucifer. Yay, I love character development. Lucifer and Cass both break out of hell jail. Rowena gets the book and then Sam gets the book back, but psych, Rowena actually got the one spell that she needed and now she's more powerful than ever. Woo! Okay, next episode. Episode 13, Buckleming Strikes Again. Lucifer finds a Cupid to get some angel juice. Cass is annoyed as fuck that both Dean and Sam didn't notice that Asmodeus was pretending to be him on the phone. Don't get me started on that bullshit. Apparently, Ketch and Asmodeus are still working together. Donatello's back. Danielle is introduced as Joe. She makes a deal with the devil so that he takes her grace in small quantities so she doesn't die, but he still gets his groove back. And it's the most sexual thing ever between... My roommate's dog doesn't like it either. So Danielle as Joe and the whole Lucifer thing is the most sexual thing ever. Thank you, Buck Lemming. That's just what we wanted. Ketch is there for some reason, but Cass makes him pass out, which same Cass. Then Asmodeus pretends to be Cass again to get intel from Donatello. Joe helps the boys get Lucifer, but turns out that she was faking it and helps Lucifer escape. Then Ketch comes back because he was like passed out in their trunk and then he came out. Yeah, shocker, he's out.
How did you get out of the trunk? I'm Ketch.
And then Lucifer wants to be God and he promises to get the angels their wings back and they believe him. Yeah, we get introduced to the Archangel Blade. I don't know if you've been introduced to it before, but this is the first time it's been like big. Asmodeus has it down in hell. And then lastly, we get Gabriel. Oof, what a plot twist. And they really pulled a Deadpool from X-Men Origins, didn't they? Episode 14. So we start with a dream thing that Jack is having in the AU, but where he can't save Sam and Dean. But yeah, so Zachariah and Michael are trying to get into Jack's head. Then another dreamlike thing with a weird-ass cast happens. Back in our universe, Donatello tells the boys all the shit that they need in order to do the spell to get back to the AU. So Cass and Dean go to get the hearts of these beings. They end up being sand creatures. Anyway, whoops. And we get some funny banter and a good wholesome Dean Cass scene out of it anyway, so I'm cool with it.
You ask them where they got their loincloths.
Dean.
And Mary is there with Jack in the AU, and Mary's basically like, there's a ward to keep us weak, and I keep having headaches, but they stop in this one place by the window for some reason, but I'm sure they're not related at all. And then Jack is like, let me get your ass out of here. And then Bobby comes, sees Mary and Jack, and he recognizes Mary. Sam gets knocked the fuck out by Donatello. We find out that Donatello had been lying to the boys about the ingredients and shit since he has no soul and was reading the tablet, which apparently messes with your head if you got no soul. Which is why Kevin, he had a soul and he was reading from the tablet, but he's fine. Donatello doesn't have a soul, gets his head messed up by the tablet. And then Sam wakes up and the boys tie up Donatello in their dungeon. Then Mary tells Bobby that Jack is a Nephilim and he kind of flips shit.
Excuse me?
But some angels come and invade the camp and Jack helps save them and Bobby's like, okay, he can stay and fight for now. And Jack says that he wants to find and kill Michael, so that's kind of his new goal.
I have to kill him.
Cass then goes through Donatello's head, but while doing so, basically made him brain dead. Yikes. And then Cass finds out the true ingredients that they need for the spell.
We need 4 major ingredients. The grace of an archangel, a fruit from the tree of life, the seal of Solomon, and the blood of a most holy man.
Cool, next episode. Episode 15. Another filler. Cool. Cass is sent off to get one of the ingredients, and yeah, it's a pretty confusing string of events, but basically, in order to get one of the ingredients, Sam and Dean have to get a skull from some guy so that they can get the blood of the most holy man from the other, yeah. Some random shit goes down because a bunch of rich people want the same skull. It's not important to the overall plot. Doesn't matter. Let's go. But it does give us a cool shootout scene, so it's kind of worth it. And shocker, the guy that Sam and Dean made a deal with to get the ingredient, aka blood of the most holy man, he was lying and doesn't actually have it.
Gain this.
But before all hope is lost, the pastor that they were helping throughout the episode mentions how the Pope named him the most holy man.
He called me un uomo santissimo. What does that mean? A most holy man.
But yeah, they get his blood, they have an emo bro-to-bro talk, and off to the next episode we go. Episode 16, Scooby-Natural. And we start with a fight between Sam, Dean, and a giant plush dinosaur. So they light it on fire, like you do, and the guy that they helped with the dino situation, he lets them take something from his shop, and of course Dean jumps on that opportunity and gets a TV for his man cave. They turn on the TV and bam, they're in Scooby-Doo. So not much plot stuff happens, but we do get a cute episode. Dean and Fred got a bro competition going on. Dean's trying to get with Daphne, Velma's thirsty over Sam, and when Cass comes, he's best pals with Shaggy and Scooby. But the main shit that happens is that the mansion is haunted, but this time it's real ghosts, not just Scooby-Doo stuff where some rich greedy guy in a costume. So the boys are on the case and help out the gang. The spirit that is haunting the gang ends up being a little boy that was also hunting the dinosaurs, so the episode comes full circle. They go to the shop and they find out it was actually a shady real estate developer that planted the spirit there. So it's a true Scooby-Doo episode. Next episode, episode 17. So next episode, we don't have any casts, which is cool. We start off with Daisy from The Great Gatsby basically being sacrificed to some tentacle being in a rift. Yeah. Back in the bunker, Sam and Dean are looking for another ingredient for the spell, and after some digging, they go to this random place to look for it, and plot twist, it was where Daisy was sacrificed, and whoa, she's still alive after all this time? Wow. Apparently the Men of Letters were the ones that did that shit to Daisy. The Men of Letters find out that Daisy is no longer locked up, and then they go and find her, looking like actual members of the Illuminati, by the way. But they can't get Daisy. Her name's actually Sandy, but I don't care. So they end up capturing Sam, and he finds out that she's actually a vessel for a god from another dimension. Figures. We get a look at hell, and Ketch goes in to see Asmodeus and walks in on him taking Gabriel's grace and injecting it into himself. Kinky. Speaking of kinky, back on Earth, the god Daisy spits out tentacles and starts eating people and kidnaps Dean. Daisy wants Dean to be the vessel for her lover that got left on the other side of the rift, but instead she's taken back to the other side and the rift closes. So all is good and they get their ingredient from the Men of Letters, but the Men of Letters do tell them that the spell that they're working on is only good for 24 hours. Wow. Convenient plot point. Okay, back to hell. Asmodeus beats up Ketch because Ketch didn't want to work with him and Asmodeus wasn't about that. But after he left, Ketch decides to break out Gabriel and brings him to the bunker. Ketch overhears Sam and Dean say that they need Archangel Grace for their last ingredient and comes out to announce that he has Gabriel and some of his grace. The episode ends with Dean and Ketch going through the rift to the AU to find Mary and Jack. Ketch ends up going because him dying is a lot better than Sam dying, so Sam is staying back with Gabriel to help him get better. Yeah, next episode. A buckleming episode. Oh, yikes. Okay, Dean and Ketch are in the AU, but now they've got to hike around looking for Jack and Mary because they didn't end up at the same place that they were last time they came. Yeah, and Charlie is in the AU. We also got another one back from the dead. Let's see how long it takes before they start treating her character like shit. And back on Earth, Cass goes off about Dean being an idiot because, you know, hashtag worried boyfriend.
He's with Ketch, so he's not alone.
Because that makes it so much better.
Then we see how Gabriel's feeling. Spoiler alert, it's not good. But Gabriel does write his autobiography on the walls and apparently involved a lot of porn stars. But we do learn from this that he's supposedly been down in hell for quite a while, being fed on for his grace. Yeah. So, then we get Sam trying to be motivational with Gabriel, trying to get him to come help them. They pull a Dean cast with the
Gabriel, I need you.
don't get me started on that cop-out fan service for all the Sabriel shippers. Like, ooh, okay. And then for what they do with Gabriel later. Oh, okay. And now we get to see what's happening in heaven. Lucifer is ruling, and Danielle's character Joe is just up there ripping Lucifer to shreds, which... yeah. But yeah, Lucifer tells the head angel lady that he really wants to find his son. The angel lady's like, bitch, we don't have enough angels. Lucifer's like, I don't care, I'm Lucifer. We get some stupid ass montage of Lucifer with a suit and glasses as if anyone truly wants this from his character. I'm not throwing shade at the people that like him, I just really hate him. So let me rant and be extra about it. Oh, and you know that deal that he made with the angels about how he will make new ones and give their rings back? Yeah, shocker, he was lying. But Joe drags Lucifer, Lucifer gets mad, wah, and Joe leaves, so good for her. We make the rounds this episode. We get to see in hell. We see Asmodeus ranting about how Gabriel escaped with Ketch. Nothing new. Asmodeus somehow finds out that Gabriel is with Sam at the bunker and calls Sam. Then he comes out to the bunker and does a little tussle with them before Gabriel comes out, makes his grand entrance, and fucking pulverizes him. Yep, all the BS with Asmodeus and his character is gone. Let's celebrate. Oh wait. We can't, because Gabriel fucking bounces, and he's gone. Back in the AU, some rando comes out of the woods, shoots Dean, but Dean is having none of that shit. So the rando tells them how to get back to the camp where Jack is, and now they're on their merry little way. If you hear a little tapping, that's my hamster drinking. Okay, we see Charlie get beat up because obviously that's what we need right now.
Bite me!
Dean and Ketch find the camp and save Charlie from an execution, and then Ketch wants a redemption arc, so he stays behind in the AU with Charlie to help fight Michael's army, and Dean comes back to the great news that Gabriel is gone and Sam used the last of his grace to heal him, so now we can't get back over to the AU.
Son of a bitch!
Sweet! Next episode. Episode 19. So Rowena is out and about doing her little wish bitch things, you know, which include killing a bunch of shitty people. And later we find out that she is also killing that person's Reaper, and she's killing them because she wants to talk to Death to get her Fergus back. Yeah. The gang calls her up to ask her to join the team against AU Michael. Cass goes off on his own. Again. Because, you know, that worked out so well last time. But yeah, he goes to see if the angels want to help find Gabriel so that they can fight AU Michael. Then we find out a Reaper lady has been stalking Sam and Dean since Dean killed himself and almost fully died. Pretty funny shit. I have to laugh so I don't cry. Later, the Reaper tells them about how in Rowena's book thing, it shows that in every scenario of her death, she is killed by Sam Winchester. Jinkies. In heaven, we get to see what Cass is doing, and an old face returns. This bitch. And Cass goes off.
Stole my memories. And you threatened to tear me apart. And you made me repeatedly act out Dean Winchester's murder.
But yeah, this bitch Naomi tells Cass that there are only 9 angels left in heaven and a few on earth. And basically heaven is about to collapse because of it. And if that happens, every single soul in heaven will fall to earth. Back to earth, Dean tells Rowena that Sam will be the one to permanently kill her. Some shit goes down and Sam tries to shoot her, but she's so powerful she can stop bullets. Ooh, wow, God really is a woman, huh? But yeah, Rowena tries to kill Sam, so Billy shows up. Billy is so unbothered. And then Dean shows up and Billy tells him that she will see him soon. Alright, okay, yeah, you'll see him soon. Okay, episode 20, next episode. This episode is basically a Gabriel-centric episode, discovering more about his past. Gabriel's past is still kind of confusing me, so let's see if I can explain this correctly. We start out seeing Gabriel with a kazoo, fighting a demon or an angel, I don't know, he's fighting something. We go on over to the AU and see Jack and Mary planning to fight AU Michael, and Jack is feeling powerful because he knows Michael is scared of him. So they go to the church where Michael used to hang out, but he ain't there, but they do find Kevin. Lit. But don't worry, a few scenes later, Kevin kills himself to try and kill Jack and his squad. Yeah, we get to see Kevin die again on this show. Back to Gabriel and his backstory. Basically, some shit went down and Gabriel needed to disappear, so Loki, the trickster, helped Gabriel become him, and then he started acting like a trickster, which is how we are first introduced to him on the show. There's also some nymph gods / people that are also a horse and shit, I don't really know, but they die later, so doesn't matter. But yeah, they go find Loki because Gabriel wants to kill him, and boom, he does. Gabriel made a deal with Sam and Dean at the beginning of the episode that if he helped with killing Loki, he will help kill AU Michael, so he keeps that promise and goes back with them. And then we get a really bad toxic codependency scene with Sam and Dean, with Dean saying that he doesn't care if he dies as long as Sam is safe.
I don't care what happens to me. I never really have. But I do care about what happens to my brother.
You know, the same shit he's been saying since season 1, cause who needs character development so that they understand their worth, and instead of sacrificing themselves every other episode, they try to get through every situation with a bad guy by coming up with actual plans involving both of them living. Too unrealistic. Next episode, episode 21. So we start off with Sam dreaming of a cute dinner because why not show how shitty his life is right now. And then we have Rowena make the spell for the AU portal, but it doesn't work out because we don't have enough grace. So Cass comes up with the perfect plan to get Lucifer and then get his grace. Yep, it's the picture perfect plan, says no one ever on this show. And then we get the most oddball pairing ever on this show, Gabriel and Rowena. Yeah, they do the Devil's Tango in the library. Then we get Gabriel and Rowena capturing Lucifer and bringing him back to the bunker because instead of killing him and just straight up draining him of his grace, they instead think that he will be fine staying there as their personal Archangel Grace faucet. Let's start the clock to see how long it'll take for the shit to hit the fan. Rowena's getting aggravated with Lucifer because Lucifer is acting like a little baby. And for some reason, Rowena tells Lucifer that Jack is through the portal on the AU. So, oh shit, it was that fast. Okay, there he goes, through the portal. So, in the AU, the squad finds 2 other people that know a way to get to the camp where Jack and Mary are, so they all go together. But what they don't know is that there's a huge nest of vamps in there, and whoops, they got Sam. Cool! Cass goes to get him, but I guess there were too many vamps or some shit, and he pulls Dean back so he also doesn't die, and then they leave Sam. Oh shit, he's actually alive. Oh shit, there's Lucifer. And he's threatening Sam to make him have a relationship with Jack because he's that shitty of a father. Then Dean finds Mary and gets to tell her that Sam's dead. Sweet. And then Sam comes back to the camp with Lucifer. Awesome. Next episode, episode 22. So Jack isn't about all the hostility with Lucifer and Dean, so he bounces and Cass brings out the handcuffs to make sure that Lucifer doesn't skedaddle. Lucifer then tells us we have about 31 hours left before the portal closes because we need a time crunch because suspense. I have in my notes, insert Mary punching Lucifer because that's one of the only good things she has done. No shade, no tea. Okay. Mary says that she wants to stay and help the AU people. You know, not go back with her own sons. So yeah, basically Jack wants to hear Lucifer out and get to know his family more so he understands his powers. Bad idea. And then we see that Charlie and Ketch were captured by AU Michael's little army. But then we get to see who the leader of that little army is. And I'm still wigless. It's AU Cass. He stayed a soldier in this AU because he never got to meet Dean and save him. And that's the true T-sis. Our Cass finds AU Cass and fucks him up. It's amazing. 10 out of 10. But anyways, Charlie does survive, which is a shock because Buck Lemming did write this episode. So Sam and Dean and everyone else come to an agreement that everyone there, including the AU peeps, will come to our world so Mary and Jack don't feel the need to stay behind and help them fight. So all of them hop in a bus and Lucifer drives them to the portal. They finally get to the rift and AU Michael shows up. And you know, instead of all of them quickly jumping into the rift that's 3 feet away and then closing it before AU Michael can come in, Gabriel decides to sacrifice himself. Yeah, okay. And then Sam finally gets a little bit of revenge and he gets to leave Lucifer behind. But that feeling of victory and revenge, short-lived, because we find out Michael didn't in fact kill Lucifer when he was left behind like we were hoping. And they are actually teaming up and have an agreement that Lucifer gets Jack and Michael gets everything else. So we made it to the finale. I'm not ready to relive this BS, but we gotta get through it. So here we go. We get a super happy beginning where the squad kills some vamps. We get a nice convo between Jack and Dean to show how much their relationship has changed. Wow, I love character development. Okay, so now it's time for everything to go downhill. In terms of bad shit happening to the squad, not necessarily the mediocre writing. I don't want you guys to misunderstand me. Okay, again, if you didn't get that joke, I was being very overdramatic. I was just making a joke for the comedic effect. Okay, moving on. So one of the AU peeps is found dead outside and they try to find out who killed her. Then they end up thinking that it wasn't a monster and shitty people just exist in the world, so it could have just been a regular guy. Jack goes to find that guy and almost kills him because he assumes he killed her. Well, shocker, he didn't. Jack starts to beat himself up about all the shit he feels that he's done wrong, and then Lucifer shows up to try and save the day. I hate him so much. But he basically tries to talk Jack into going to different planets and shit with him. I don't know why the writers are so insistent on putting our characters into space, because this is the second time they mentioned putting someone into space in a season finale.
What? He's gonna send you into outer space?
No, well, he didn't say outer space.
This is madness, Dean.
Michael shows up to Sam and Dean. They throw some holy oil on him and they bounce, but we all know that he's gonna be at the bunker in T-minus 10 minutes. So back at the bunker, Jack brings Lucifer because he wanted to bring the girl that died back to life, and he thinks that Lucifer can do that. So she is back alive. Jack and Lucifer are outie. Michael shows up and kind of just floats on down because he's above using stairs apparently. Michael legit gets Dean in a chokehold. Sam prays to Jack to come help, and he does. I love a skinny legend. Jack straight up almost kills Michael. And then Michael's like, hey Lucifer, we had a deal. Stop Jack from killing me. Dean tells Jack about the plan that they had where Lucifer gets Jack, Michael gets everything else, and Jack's a little bamboozled. He then forces Lucifer to tell the truth. Lucifer obviously killed the AU girl, and now Jack knows that Lucifer hasn't changed at all and is still an asshole that can't be redeemed. I wonder if the writers can also figure that out. Okay, so yeah, we get this amazing part where Lucifer takes Jack's grace, teleports out of there, but here's the kicker. Sam ran to Jack as this was all happening, and Lucifer brought Sam with him. So that's cool. And with that, Dean feels that the only option is to let Michael use him as a vessel. Yeah, so he makes a deal with Michael that Dean will be in charge while Michael is possessing him. Cute deal, I'm sure it'll hold up. So then Lucifer forces Jack and Sam to choose who will die between them, and then Jack is in the process of stabbing himself to sacrifice himself for Sam when Michael/Dean waltzes in and stops that shit from happening. Then we get some pretty bad wirework fighting between Dean and Lucifer, and by the end of it, Sam throws up the Archangel blade to Dean and he stabs Lucifer, hopefully permanently killing him? Question mark? So everyone is celebrating because finally Lucifer's dead, but we can't end the season on a happy note. So Michael takes over Dean's body, bounces out of there, puts on a shitty hat, and walks towards the camera for the last shot, and boom! That's all, folks. Tune in October 11th to see what happens next. But that's all I gotta say about season 13 of Supernatural. Was it my favorite season of Supernatural? No. Was it the worst? No, but you know, it was okay. It was fine. Yeah. Also, this is a new area. I'm in my new apartment. I'll put in some little clips here so you can see. But yeah, a lot of shit has happened. I got a new apartment. I got a new car. It's new. Everything's new. So yeah, if your friend's like, hey, I missed a few episodes in season 13. What the fuck happened? Send them this video. I'll tell them all about it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about season 13. I will see you guys in the next video.